Okay. And it says we are live. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining Nancy and I for another Divine Feminine on a special time this week. Why? Because we have the handsome
Here
Scott
he is.
Scorpio Sun Tarot with us this week. Thanks, Scott, for joining us.
I'm challenged.
You're challenged.
No, I
Aren't we
swear,
all in a little
I'm
way?
not dyslexic. It looks that way.
So Scott wanted to join Nancy and I, and but with his work schedule, he asked if we could push it up a couple of hours. I said, of course. So Scott even went out of his way and got a couple more goddess decks, which is just so sweet. We want to thank everybody. Thank you, Scott, for joining us.
Yes.
And chat is jumping. We hope you all had a great weekend. It's another Monday. Time for a new week. And just want to start saying hello because I know a lot of people are going to be popping in. So Harley was here saying hello. So hello, Harley. And we got the lovely Jackie Jacaranda
Oh, yes.
with us. And I don't know who let her in. She's trouble. But anyway, she's one of my sidekicks. So let's see. So happy to see all of you. I visited Scott's room last night. I was so happy to see so many. Okay. So people talking and saying hello. Morella, hello, my dear. It's been a while. Nice to see you. And everyone's saying hello. So usually give it a few minutes because most people are used to us going on at 5. So we may even have a little bit of a larger crowd moving in. So like we always start, was there anything, Nancy, that you wanted to start the show off with? Sometimes you like to do a poem or like a little part. Do you have anything, or do you want to just go and
let me
hand the floor over to Scott?
I'm just very excited that Scott is here with us.
Me too.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Scott and I haven't done anything since last year, so it's nice to have Scott back on.
I have a something here about Gaia's crown, or no,
Okay.
Gaia's gown. Excuse me, I misspoke. Here's the picture that goes with it.
Here, let me put you on the big screen.
How I love Gaia. I can't help it.
And Harley says, Nancy, you look so pretty.
Oh, well, thank you. Gaia's gown dresses the entire landscape. The fabrication of life flows through the hems of the hemispheres, sewn tight to the soil and soul of our world. From the verdant green of the Amazon forest to the golden plains of the Serengeti, her garment graces and embraces every edge. The wind caresses the folds of her gown. It carries the fragrance of blooming flowers that flow through the ruffled meadows and dances down desert dune creases and ocean pleats alike. Its stems, the seams intertwine so subtly with the roots of towering trees, nurturing life and breathing vitality into the very fabric of existence. The sun's touch reveals sequined stars, shimmering in celestial strobe, against her robe reflecting her eternal love for the universe, and back to the buttons beneath the silk surface fastened to the corset core of the earth. Interlacing molten and mineral materials to make her assets adore her curves and contours, mountains and mounds, becoming an embellishment to explore. And as a final touch, a tiara of lunar light, a crescent crown, the magnificent moon delicately rests upon her head. And look at all that she encompasses.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I don't
Everything.
think we actually, at least I think of her as Earth, but she's so much more.
She's the Earth Mother.
It's beautiful. Yes.
And what we do to her, we do to ourselves. And, it's, she's the only real mama we got.
Yeah.
And we need to start taking better care of her. And Harley, I don't know if you saw this. Scott Harley said,
Oh,
"Scott is the sweetest,"
Yes,
and and Harley, you know, I have to break down the song at some point, but we don't have to put all the lyrics in the chat. But interesting that you talk about singing because Nancy and I want to share something in a little bit. And just really quick, Nancy, I loved that. And
oh,
Morella says, yes, we have to take care of her and all of us. We sure
yes,
do.
yes.
And she
yes.
thought that was beautiful. So, Scott,
Hi.
hi. So, what you got going on?
Not much. Just been working, but I've been really excited for this, and I've had a couple of decks that I thought would fit really good, and then I bought a couple of decks that I thought would go well, and that I could use for the channel. And thanks to my channel members and the
Mhm,
the super chats and PayPal's and all that have
mhm.
come in, I've been able to treat the channel a little bit with some
Ooh, what's I haven't
divine.
seen that one.
This is the Mythos or Mythos. I think it's Mythos Tarot.
Ooh,
Oh, the
So I
Greek
got this one.
gods.
So this one does have the gods and goddesses in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
mhm.
it is mixed, but
Jackie
I
says an excuse to buy more decks.
oh Jackie.
Exactly.
We don't need an excuse, do we?
No.
No, I don't need an excuse. So
So we were asking Scott backstage if there was a particular divine feminine or goddess that he resonated with, and he says he's a little bit interested in exploring Hecate or Hecate.
Mhm.
And next week, if anybody wants to learn more about her, we will be having Robert Fierro Tarot, Bobby, joining us, and he works that is his goddess that he works with is
Mhm.
Hecate or Hecate, and so if anybody wants to learn more about that beautiful goddess, that will be next Monday here at this time. Well, at 5 o'clock back at the regular time, and with music, Harley, Ginger. Well, okay, so Nancy and I were invited to by Ginger. Ginger got this great idea. I think we're still working on the title. We're not quite sure what she chose for the for the final uh, title of the show, but it's connecting tarot oracle with musical bands, musicians, songs, and it's pairing a particular band with a particular tarot deck or oracle deck. So this is just fabulous because we all love music, and so that is going to be this Saturday night. Correct, Nancy?
Yes,
Saturday will be the first show.
I think it's at 7.
Um,
Um,
7 p.m. Eastern
yeah,
Standard Time, and this will be on Ginger Faye's channel.
yes, and we also we're supposed to pick 4 bands or 4 performers, musical performers, and we don't know what each other are picking, so that should be fun, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
Morella, it's going to be great.
I
Yes.
think we're going to have a lot of fun with it because we all love music, and it'll be interesting to see what each other picks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Me
I think
too.
it'll be a lot of fun.
Music and art is like the universal language for humans. You know, we may not be able to always understand each other, in our language, but when you do art or you do music,
Yeah.
it's that connection.
Yeah.
It's that language. Well, thanks, Jackie, for putting Ginger's in there, and if somebody could please put Scott's in there as well,
thank
that would be awesome. And hello, Judith. Good to
Thank
see
you.
you. And as I was getting ready, I may be wanting to do a show because she keeps popping up. So I may need to. She may want to have a voice on our show on my channel from the Goddesses of the World deck. I had taken them out, set them aside for tonight, and I went to go move the box, and then I realized I missed one, and it's Ane, and I'm just going to go ahead and big in myself a little bit here. And she's a Celtic goddess. And it's interesting because in the DJ Conway book, Celtic Shamanism, that came out in the late 80s, early 90s. She has her as a moon goddess, and on other publications, I've seen her as a sun goddess. So I like the balance of the sun and the moon with her. And her name is pronounced Ane. And I just want to share a little bit about her because I know I'll probably be doing more of a show, but it just feels like she wanted to have her voice. So in this book, it's Shine Your Light, and she is about harvest as well. And this is the perfect time too for the year because we're in like the middle of the harvest season. We have Mabon coming up in a couple weeks. I'm so excited for fall, for the autumnal season. The radiant Celtic sun goddess, that's who she is, urges you to embrace your inner radiance and shine your light upon the world. Embody the energy of joy and abundance, for they are your birthright. As you celebrate the seasons of life, remember that you are a ray of hope and transformation for those around you. So when you shine your beautiful light, people see that they're warmed by it, and then they gravitate towards you and they feel safe to open up and share their light with you and other people. So I think that was a beautiful card for today to start off the week. So thank you, Ane. So let me put her back over there. And just looking to see if anyone had any questions as in regards to goddesses or divine feminine.
Excuse me. I just
Sure.
want to ask God if he has the new Hecate Oracle. Did you get that?
Oh no, I don't have that.
The Chris Butler and
Ken Payne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me see.
I have a lot of Chris Butler decks. I don't have that one.
I want to get his tarot deck. That one's on my list as well. But I do have his Healing Light Lenormand. And it's like Ken Payne. I was like, oh my God, what an awesome name, because that was my college sculpting college professor. He was one of my advisors in college. So it was so awesome to hear the name Ken Payne.
Excuse me.
So let's see, Judith, you were okay working from home today. Okay, so we're going to change. So
here's what it looks like.
Let me put you up on the big screen here. There we go. The Hecatean Path. Yes.
I haven't worked with it, but the Ken and Chris Butler both have channels, and Gerald and Richie Longman Tarot has they've had them both on their channel when they do like a show together, and they explain how it was created and the meaning of the cards and everything. So I enjoy watching that.
So anybody interested or drawn to, she was one of the first goddesses I learned about in my 20s when I was getting out of high school and going into college and seeing a whole new world for me, you know. And I was hearing about, I go, what these guys, you know, because I always thought that were just myths. And I'm like, wait a minute, people actually say they're real and they do ritual. And then it was just like, it was just amazing. Hecate. I was learning about Bridget. I was learning about Caradwen, you know, the main ones. And I was just like, wow, Inanna. So there's just such a plethora of so many. And of course, growing up, you know, when I heard Rhiannon, I go, oh, Rhiannon's a real guy, you know, and because growing up, you know, having listened to Fleetwood Mac and stuff, I thought that was just a you know, song that's a name that Stevie Nicks and all of them came up with, and come find out it's a real goddess, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, it's wonderful. So I'm just looking, and Garnet has joined us. Hello, sweetheart. Okay, let's just remember, let's keep it respectful, Garnet. Okay, let's be respectful. Harley, we can all play our band. So yes, lots of conversations going. And so if there wasn't anything else, Scott, that you wanted to talk about, we can go into opening the floor up for divine feminine questions if you like.
I would like to just show one deck if that's okay.
Oh, I mean, whatever. You're our guest. Please do.
Show as many as you want.
Show them all if you want.
Yeah, I wanted to show this one because it's really special, and I've had it for a while. I got it for my birthday, I think, in 21. Let me see. 21. Yeah. And I think Jackie got me this. But
Oh.
this is the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. And I'll just read to you real quick this because it's just beautiful about how she did this deck. It says the goddesses depicted by these cards are not specific, rather archetypal composites from various cultures, becoming those we may recognize in each other and within our personal histories. They embody the timeless divine feminine spirit we all possess, regardless of gender or ethnic constructs. On that note, feel free to substitute pronouns, okay, etc. So that's it. Infuses each of us with empathy, intuition, creativity, nurturing, sensuality, power, strength, and wisdom. But I have just found this deck to be kind of magical, and it used to fall out of my drawer all the time because it wanted me to show it. But just the images, I think, are just really beautiful. Maybe get them to, there we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's beautiful.
So just a few of these here, and the different cultures that they represent is
Oh,
beautiful,
Scott,
and
that's beautiful.
it goes by the Rider Waite as well, as you can see here. And there's the sun card. And look at her face. That is not a typical goddess that you would see in a deck, right? I
Mm-hmm.
love it. I absolutely love
Mhm.
it. I think it's gorgeous. Look at the moon card.
And I love the black because it makes the colors pop. Everybody knows I love
Yes.
black backgrounds. Wow.
Look how androgynous she looks. It's
Mhm.
just wonderful. I love it. And they've got all different cultures. So,
Oh, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
look at that.
Yeah.
and here's the one I call Nellie Olson on crack because she's got her eyes
Looks like she's
going
got a
up.
lightsaber in her hand.
Yeah, she's got a lightsaber, and look at her eyes. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
She looks like she's a little high, but that's okay. It's actually one of my favorites in there.
Which of the belladonna?
And just look at that. That's just a typical
Beautiful.
woman from some
Yeah.
culture, but it just shows how beautiful that we all are and they all be. And so yeah, that's just what I wanted to show there.
That's beautiful. That's why I like the Unfolding Path tarot because they show actual people, different ages, different, cultures. Not everybody looks at. Whoop, let me put you back on.
Oh no,
There
you're
we go.
fine. I just found one more I wanted to show.
Ooh, I
love
can't see.
that.
Can you move it a little? So,
And yeah.
Let me
oh
see if I
wow,
can move it over here. There we
there
go.
we go. Oh, she's beautiful. I like her. Oh, that's gorgeous. She reminds me of the hugging. They call her the hugging goddess. I think her name is Amma. She's like she goes around. She's from India and she gives people hugs. It's like that. It's yeah. I think her name is Anna or Amma, and she's kind of like known as the living hugging goddess. So yeah, Nellie Olson. That's oh my god. I'm glad I didn't have my water in my mouth. I was just like because I know exactly when you showed the face up close. I'm like that did look like her.
It
Oh my
is.
god.
That's
I
my
could
Nellie
not.
Olson card.
Yes. Were there any other ones you wanted to share? We have plenty of time.
Sure, I can. I got this one came today, and it's the one I was talking about, the Mythos Tarot. It has both gods and goddesses in it,
Oh, I
but
love that.
it's really
Me
pretty.
too.
It's really pretty. It's got like these, I think it's gold edges, but they're gilded. But
Oh, I'm
it
so
has,
spoiled now with gilded edges.
I know, me too, me too. But so just show you a few here. See if I can get them.
Oh wow.
And there's some gods in
Ooh.
here, so we'll focus on the goddesses.
Well, I hope
There's a
they do one for a
goddess.
Celtic. I hope they do for a lot
Yeah,
of
Oh, they're
different.
beautiful, Scott.
Look at
Oh, look.
her.
Yeah.
yeah,
Juliana
Demeter,
Margulies. That's who she reminds me of.
and any kind of Greek god or goddess you can think of is in these cards. So
Beautiful.
Artemis. Oh, look at her.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love the backgrounds too on some of them. Ooh, Nyx. Look at Nyx. Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get my fat fingers out of the way.
Nancy, this is going to be a Scott made us do it
Oh gosh.
at some point.
But
I
it's
know,
really pretty.
I know.
It's got
Mm-hmm.
goldish. Can't see as well
Oh,
with
I
the
can see
camera,
it.
but
I love the
it's
I love the
bling bling.
bling. Lots of
Yeah,
bling.
it's
Or kind of
bling.
like my shirt. Bad and bougie. My
Fat
Betty
and
Boop.
bougie.
My new shirt that I got today for my CD. So, yeah, the moon was beautiful, wasn't it? Oh my
Oh,
goodness,
yeah.
girl. And Jackie said, "Blingy, blingy."
Yes.
Yep,
Oh, it's
yep, yep.
Yep.
beautiful. Every card was gorgeous.
Yes.
Yep.
And Judith says, "I really like those cards, Scott." Me
Mhm.
too. Like I hope they do like a whole do like an African, a Polynesian, a Celtic.
hmm
I would love to see a whole range. That would be incredible. It really would.
I
Mhm.
think the goddesses of the world, the one you have,
Mm-hmm.
is very. It's very. It's got a very lot of different cultures in it.
Yeah, that typically
It's,
don't get represented. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that you typically don't get represented exactly. So
There were a few that
I
I
really
was
like that.
disappointed that weren't in the deck. But at least Bridget and Carolyn, made
hmm
it in there. But in the future, I would. I mean, I was surprised when I saw that they left out Rhiannon. I was like, that's a major, Welsh goddess, But I'm hoping that they do another deck. That would be wonderful,
Yeah.
an add on to it.
Oh, that would
So,
be great. Yeah.
The only thing I've thought about is I thought it looks like the Miss Universe pageant costume. So everybody kind
yes,
of looks a little bit perfect. So and like they're in in a
airbrushed.
contest or something. There's Bridget. I just
Yep.
happened to pull her.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at
Hmm.
that. Look at that hair. Oh my.
So I just show a
But
few.
not all the goddesses are all skinny though. Like Hina, she's got hips, depending
Right,
on.
right.
Yeah. And there's some that I'd never even heard of. So, and there's Lilith. Oh, she's
Mm.
badass. I like her. So, whew.
So I like this deck a lot. I wish it had a little bit of definitions
Yeah.
on words that could
Yes, that would be a help. It
describe
really would.
Yeah. That's
describe
why
it.
they have
Yeah.
the. So for people who don't know, there's a QR code on this. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
you get a little, yeah, there's a QR code. So what they do is that there's a little blurb in the book. And then when you put your phone up to the QR code, it takes it to a bigger article, a more of a description. So that if you want to explore further and more, all you do is just put your phone up there and it takes you right to some more information. So yeah, those are all QR codes, Scott, on the back. So if you want to
Awesome.
learn a little bit more, gives you some more
I
information.
think that's new
That's cool.
for decks. I mean,
Yeah.
that's an AI deck, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I am
Maybe.
not sure because I know it's I mean when you look at the hands and the fingers and everything, that's pretty good because AI kind of, even though I love AI kind of messes up
Uh-huh.
the but I don't know. I think they're doing Pachamama's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And her hands look pretty good, but it could very well be. Now, I have a deck where it was created by a graphic artist using his art along with AI art. So this may be like photography and some digital art that may be processed through to kind of like soften the lines and to, I
Mhm.
don't know, but it's when I saw that, I was like, oh, but then I told my friend Amanda, not Empress Amanda, but my friend Amanda that I've known for since we were, in college. I showed her and she's like, oh my God, I have to get this deck because there were so many African goddesses. She's half white and half black. And for her, she was like, I don't know half of these. So she got the deck. And when I got together with her, she goes, you got to see these. And when I saw them, I was like, oh boy, I got to get it, So
Yeah.
if I could ever get her to join me on my channel, you know,
Yeah.
um, I can say that one made me do it on that one. So, but they can manually touch up the AI. Hello, Moira. I
Hi,
didn't know that you
Mara.
popped in. So, hello, hello. Yeah, the colors are gorgeous. They really are. and there are, at least body wise. I mean, look, the age. I wish they would have included Ishel, but hopefully she'll be in another set. There's Hina, full figure. So yeah, it's nice. There are some where it was kind of like, mm, you know, I'm just like, okay now, but it's still overall, it's a beautiful deck. It really is, and you
Do
can get
either
them
one
on.
of you have this one?
I do not. Nancy might.
No, I
Nancy,
don't.
this is the Ethany deck. I don't know if you guys know
Oh,
Ethany.
yeah.
I don't know
But
Anthony.
Oh, could you
I
show
Ethany,
some of those, Scott?
yeah,
sure,
I
I
would love
can.
to see that.
I pulled a few out. So
And we'll put you in the
this
big
one, the
screen.
only thing with this one, I wish it had a definition with it too, so you could get to know them better. But
Mm-hmm.
it's got a really, really huge book that's in it. The book is really, it's a chunky monkey. So
That's quite the read.
yeah, so it's got a lot of detail. But just look at this. She's got different goddesses, but then she also just took some and called them different names. Like this is the queen.
Oh, I like her purple and kitty cat. Oh
Look
yes.
at that. That's beautiful. And then Mazu.
Okay, now is it written on the back of the? Oh no, it's on the bottom
It's
of
on
it.
the
I
bottom.
see.
It's just
Okay,
my
I didn't
camera
notice
is
it on
not
the other
picking it
card. I
up.
saw it on that one. Yeah. Okay.
There's I
Oh,
know Heather
Maat.
would know how to say these.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one you talked about earlier that I don't know how to pronounce.
Caradwin.
Caradwin. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, look at her.
Love that white hair.
So she's got them
Mm-hmm.
all in. There's a healer, and she's got them all in this modern, wear that they're in, and I think it's beautiful. It's just
Do they include
really
Blutoweath in
nice.
there or Blotoweath?
How do you spell that?
Well, it'll now. This is how it because of the Gaelic. It would be Blou blue DD like a DDED something like that. That would be how you would know. She was the goddess of flowers, a bird like an owl. She has quite the story.
No, I don't. I don't think I know
Okay, she doesn't get included in a lot of decks. I know
Yeah,
she's
that was
included in the
that Scott was showing.
that. It starts with the B or B.
BLOUDD because the Gaelic pronounce like their D's and stuff like a TH. So it's really it's like it's actually pronounced like Blutoweath or Blautoweath. But
I don't
she's
think I've seen that one in any of mine.
yeah,
I don't.
she's not
I'm
here
not
either.
familiar
So
with that one at all. You know a lot of goddesses.
Nancy, you probably have her because if you have that the goddess deck, I think you've shown it and it's got like it's the artwork. Oh, I can't think of her name. The writer is Jewish. She was raised in a Jewish household, and I think the artist might be Greek herself. If
Which
I'm,
which deck are you talking
it's called the
about?
Goddess Oracle. And on the front it has Sulis Sulis, and it's the figure that's flowing upwards through the water into like a light. Their
Okay.
paintings
Yeah, here it is.
because Blutoweath is in there, and it's a beautiful, beautiful card. Is I don't want to. Is it?
This deck.
Yes, Blutoweath is in there.
I've never seen that one before.
This
That
deck.
came out like mid to late '90s.
Is that on Amazon?
It probably is. I used to have a deck. I did really resonate with it, so I gifted it to somebody. But I always remember that picture, and I thought it was really beautiful.
Oh, BLODELLWEDD.
Yeah, it's
here created out of flowers and made for pleasure. I was given to Lula Geif's as wife. And then it goes on and she talks about the mythology of it.
Is there a picture? I can't remember if she included a picture in the book.
Yeah, it's a picture. Let me pull the card so we can see her because this is interesting.
Thank you, Nancy, because it's such a beautiful piece of art. That was one of the cards I had a hard time, saying goodbye to when I gifted the deck to
Oh, you don't have it anymore.
because I didn't really resonate, but now I kind of wish I could have kept it because it had Morgan Le Fay in it. It
Yeah.
had, beautiful Pele in there. It had Ainana in there. So I may have to re-get that again
I love the
someday.
Baba Yaga. This one looks, she looks happy.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are really creepy, you know.
Yeah.
She includes Rhiannon in that deck too. Here we go,
Oh,
Harley.
Oh, and look at
Rhiannon
Pele.
Reynolds. Yep.
Jonathan's got us. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's
Well,
see.
or Akua in Hawaii. The deities, the gods are known as the Akua. So that's something that we learned from Jonathan too. And he actually met Pele. He shared that story with us on our live.
That's amazing.
If you hadn't seen that story, go back and watch it. It just gave us all shivers. People have had. There's actually a book. He said that
Well,
people write their
next
encounters.
to the last card. Here she
There
is.
she is. All
Oh,
the
wow.
beautiful flowers because she's an owl with the owl. So just I love that card.
It's the card of betrayal.
Yep.
Mm.
But she was betrayed.
And here's Hecate.
Oh, there's Hecate in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice deck.
Okay, so were you done sharing, Scott? Was there anything else you wanted to share? Are we all set?
We're all set. Yeah.
Okay, so let me open the floor. If you would like a divine feminine reading, just please type me. And it's not personal questions, but this is a message, that we're getting from our guides and from the divine feminine. And we'll all kind of pull from the deck that we're drawn to. And Scott, between Nancy and I, we usually pull anywhere between 2 to 3 cards. Sometimes an extra one comes out or is needed as a clarifier or an extra. So it's whatever resonates with you, Scott.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I'm going to go ahead and let me start. And I'm going to, because I have new people in here that we typically really don't read for. They're not going to be in order. They'll be random, so we please ask that everybody stay present for their readings. So when we call on you, we can tap into that energy and give you that reading.
Hey, Audra.
Audra is here. I'm trying to be very careful because Scott, I've been having problems with chat jumping so fast. I'll go to hit start comment, and then the chat will jump, and as I'm clicking on start, it moves it under to timeout.
Mm-hmm.
How embarrassing.
I used to do that.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Jackie. Goddess of flowers, emotion, wisdom of innocence, and initiation ceremonies.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I had never heard of her. I mean, here I had this deck and
Yeah, it's the typical what happens to a female in the mythologies, because they're written from a men's point of view. So it's how it gets handed down. And especially too, a lot of times the mythologies and the stories get passed down and then they're rewritten through, monks and people as Christianity was coming more and more into power and in the forefront. So a lot of those stories get rewritten from a patriarchal perspective. So I love that there are some decks that come out where they talk about another perspective or the other potential perspective of how we can see these stories coming through. So thank you, Jackie, and thank you, Nancy, for pulling that out. It's like certain goddesses want to start coming out now. So I would love to read first for Marilla. I never get to read for Marilla. So Marilla, you're going to be first, my dear. And thank you, everybody, again, for joining Nancy, Scott, and I. Please be sure to go to their channels, do all the YouTube-y stuff, and make sure that you hit that bell, like they always say, so we know when our shows are going to be on. And we appreciate you. So, Marilla, woo! Ooh. And Scott, whenever you're ready, we usually like to have our guests go first when they're ready. So if you happen to, let us know.
pull here.
Ooh, Marilla. I'm just going to go ahead and put Scott right in the main screen. Unless you are ready, Nancy.
Almost got it.
Oh, nope.
Yeah, go ahead, Nancy, if you want.
Nancy, are you all set?
Yeah.
Okay. Scott's getting this.
Marilla, I have 3 cards for you. The first one, I think this is interesting. It's reclaiming the feminine. And look at this, when I look at this card, I see the community of women and how important it is for us to look out for one another. And I know that you do that. It's so important when we see someone who's hurting or someone that just needs guidance to be there for them. And I think that you do this. I mean, you've got that covered. But it's a reminder for all of us. The second card is it shows the cave, and it's called receptivity. And when I look at this card, I see grounding and I see meditation. And I think that's very, very important for you. And I think, with I can identify with you with the passing of your husband. And I think it's important for us to be receptive to his presence when he is close to you, because I feel like he is very close to you. And he watches over you. And I think that link is through being grounded and meditating. You might get messages from Reno. The final card, now this is Gaia, and it's abracadabra. And it says, beware of old wounds resurfacing, and be wise with your words and the spells that you cast. And I think that's important for all of us to be wise with our words, and not misspeak, because that can really hurt someone. And I'm going to pull another card for you. I just got, this is a new deck, and it's postcards from Spirit. And I just want to see what Spirit has for you, Marilla, if that's all right, Scott and.
That's fine, honey.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
My goodness, please. And Marilla said so far, oh, well, yes, Nancy. And she says, I'm doing more meditation.
Okay. All right. This is the card that is drawn for you. It's postcards from Spirit. And this is what it says. This is for you, Marilla. Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous in being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill: receiving gracefully and with gratitude without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people. Maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. And then Spirit says, we all love you so, so much. And I love that. I love that for you, Marilla.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, my God, I'm in tears.
Oh.
I didn't know you lost your husband recently, Marilla. So my condolences, sweetheart. I'm so sad. And she says, yes, Nancy, so true. Um, thank you. So, Scott, what do you have for me?
Okay, Morella. So the first one I pulled for you is the goddess Lakshmi. And Heather, you can correct me anytime you
No,
want with
Lakshmi is correct.
saying these wrong. But
Well,
this
there's
is
some that I can't
Lakshmi.
pronounce either, my dear.
Wait till I show you the next one. But the name. But this one is fortune, and I feel like Reno is telling you that you are with abundance. You have an abundance of things that is there for you. It might not be money, but it's your beauty. You're so special that you have an abundance that comes out of you as far as um, good fortune and good karma that comes back to you. Okay, and then I got this one, and I don't want to mess this one up, but it's not a my mom, maybe.
Not on my eye.
You ever
I
seen that
don't.
one,
I do not.
Heather?
Nope, I have not.
Yeah, this is from the Divine Feminine deck, and it says the joy permeated mother, and it says, "I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes." So I thought that was really cool, but I pulled a clarifier for it, and I got Saint Bridget.
Ooh.
And it says Our Lady of Exalted Light. And I love what it says down here. It says, I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. I just thought that was beautiful. And
That
then
is.
I pulled from the Healing Heart. I've had this deck for a
I
while,
have
but
that.
do you have that?
Oh, I love Jenna Della Gratalia decks. Yes, I have almost all of them.
Yes. Do you?
Almost, yep.
But it says the Giving Heart, and it says develop self love. And I think that's just for you, Marilla. Develop self love. That's what Reno wants for you.
Reno.
A giving heart. So that's what I got.
Alrighty, thank you. Hello, Kristen Louise, my dear. Welcome, welcome.
Kristen?
Hey,
So, oops.
Kristen.
So I have a goddess that I don't know how to pronounce, because she's from the goddesses of the world, and it's somebody that I'm not familiar with. I will show her. I will try to Anarka Nakark Sak. Yeah, I don't even. So I'm just going to show you her name.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Now that's a name.
This is her card. She's an Inuit. She's Inuit. So that's her there. And Marilla, it's about diving into the cold. The Inuit goddess of the sea and protector of fishermen reminds you of the strength and resilience within. So I'm glad I'm rounding up these beautiful readings, um, because with what you've been through, and all of us too, we do have the strength. We never give ourselves enough credit for the strength that we have that has gotten us through life. So this is reminding you of the strength and resilience that you have within. Accept the power of survival and adaptability. Just as I'm just going to say Anar, I can't pronounce, I'll just go that far, navigates through the icy waters. Let her guidance fortify your spirit to face life's challenges with courage and determination. And I love, it's almost like the Aurora Borealis too behind her. Um, so from my Wild Woman Rising, and this goes along with what I think Scott had with his card about self love and self compassion. I got Worship at the Temple for You, and this is from another deck that was designed by Jenna Della Gratalia along with Angie Sullins. It's the Wild Woman Rising, and this is about our bodies being our temple, our work of art, how we take to remember to take care of it, that it's sacred, that what our bodies do is sacred. And the card is all about also telling people not to tell you how you should treat your body. And here it's about, because they bring religion into it because of the religion of sin and everything. But it's about really tapping into the truth of who you are, your inner temple, your inner light. It says here, loving also when it comes to your body, loving it is an act of rebellion. And when we lovingly rebel in the name of our magnificent body, wild woman rises. But the big word here is the truth will tell you that your body is a playground, letting that inner child walking a walking party celebrating the flower of life. And we're just talking about Blue with the flowers. So I love how those two go together. And the last card for you, my dear, power. Stepping into your power, knowing your power. It goes right along with this card. Stepping into your truth, into your power of who you are, moving forward in life and exploring everything that it is that you are drawn to and not being afraid of your power. And this is an amazing message for everybody, male, female, tapping into your inner power, your divine feminine, your divine masculine, and standing within and reclaiming your power. And that's what I have for you, Morella. And I saw that we had Spiritual Rain popped in. Oh, the pigtails, thank you. She's saying hello. Yep. Rain, I don't know if you know who Scott is, but this is Scott, Scorpio's son. He's our guest this evening. I do know that Audra went ahead and subscribed to your channel as well, Scott, because she's a new subscriber and viewer to our community. So thank you, everybody. All righty. Yeah, these messages are beautiful. I love them. All righty. So up next, let's see. I think we have somebody else that we typically don't read. Well, Jackie, you're over in the UK. So, Jackie, let's get you read in case you have to go. So Jackie will be next.
Jackie's not going anywhere.
Jackie's on American time.
Oh, she's on there. Well,
Most
let's go ahead and do Jackie. Thank you, Jackie, for putting people's links in the chat. Thank you so much. Yes, beautiful Agador singing away and giving us beautiful music to read to. Ooh. Oh, I like this. Don't you love it when readers pull cards and are going, ooh, ah. Jackie is the keeper of time. It doesn't affect her. Ah. So, Jackie, I'm pulling out and using a deck that I haven't used. Oh, are you kidding me? This is perfect timing. Love this. Who's ready?
I am.
Yep. Okay.
So,
there you go.
Jackie, from the Intuitive Night Goddess, I got the Witch for you. That this is the same as the Magician. So this is the Magician card in this deck. So, yes, you can see it there. And she's all about having everything that she needs, but she just has to realize how to use them. And you can see she's got a sword, a pentacle, and there's a cup somewhere, and then the wand, of course. So she has all the elements to, there's the cup, all the elements to make whatever she wants to come true, magic, and to come true. So that was the first one. And then I got the White Buffalo Calf Woman for you.
Ooh. Sorry. We both love her.
She is the prophetess of the sacred way. And it says, my heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. So we were just talking about abundance a minute ago for Morella's. So my heart is a compass. And then you got Danu.
Oh, Danu. Yeah.
How do you say it? Danu?
Well, Americans pronounce it Danu, but traditionally it's pronounced Danu because the D is like a TH in this case. Danu. But either way is correct. But I love her. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is assurance. So, and she's got a little weed in her hand there, and just know that that just the littlest, smallest seed can create a huge tree, right? So, assurance that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And then I got you a healing heart card, and you got the passionate heart.
Ooh.
And it says, use your voice to wake up others. So you've got a lot of wisdom in you, Jackie. So a lot of wisdom is um, spoken the right way, which I was having trouble with the words. So you can tell I need to brush up on mine. But you're just the way that you articulate things to others, I think, is beautiful. So just keep doing what you're doing. I think you're on the right track, and you have more within you than you know about.
Mm-hmm. And she
That's what
says, beautiful. Thanks so much, Scott.
you're
And
welcome.
Jackie, you got my favorite card from that deck because it's the artist, it's the painter. So I'm so excited that you and Kristen Louise, that is the healing art deck. Do you have
Healing
the
heart.
it's by Jenna Della Gritalia.
Yeah, and Anna
And
Segal.
Ina Segal. Yeah.
It's on Amazon, Kristen Louise.
Mm-hmm. So
Beautiful.
yes.
Oh,
Heather, there was your card that was your photo shoot pose. You on the canvas. Loved it. I can't remember what you're talking about, but okay. So I'm going to give you over um, to Nancy.
Oh,
What does
okay.
Nancy have?
Jackie, I have 3 cards for you. The first one from Gaia is, and I love this, is Altar of Heart. You are the
Ooh.
altar. Adorn yourself in jewels and prayers and take part in self-care practices. And I love this because, and Heather loves it too.
Oh, yes.
Um, you need to take time just for yourself because, we are a holy vessel, and we need to treat ourselves like that. We need to realize that, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and that we need to feed that spirituality, um, take care of the vessel of our body that we have, honor it, and adorn yourself in jewels. I don't think they have to be um, necessarily physical jewels. I mean, they could be, but just adorn yourself in things that give you joy, whatever that is. The second card for you, and I love this, is Touching the Earth, and it says plant something new. This is from the Rooted Woman deck. And if you look at her, she has the angel behind her, the wings behind her, and the light. And look at her hands, how her hands are touching the earth. And you can plant something in the dirt. Now that fall's coming, it's like we're not going to put spring flowers out or anything, but you might plant something that's very special to you in a pot. Get your hands in the dirt and plant something that's going to enrich your life as fall and winter approaches. And put it in a sunny window and just watch it grow, and kind of connect it to your spirituality. And I pulled a postcard from Spirit for you, Jackie. And this is what it says. I've got to get it under the light here. Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic. And that means you have to be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have, choose what your heart wants, and know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic or take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. And it says, love you always and forever. And that's your message from Spirit.
All right, thank you. My StreamYard and my mouse aren't behaving together here. I was
Oh.
trying to put, and they kept jumping up to other ones. So Marilla suggested tulip bulbs. I'm looking for Jackie here. Wow, lovely message, Nancy. Thanks so much. Resonates.
Thank
The
you.
same love for Scott. And yeah, Rain said that when it comes to planting, tulip bulbs for the spring. So tulips maybe might be something that you can go ahead and start planting and moving forward into the springtime. But Jackie, I love the cards I got for you. So making sure I didn't miss any. And blue vervain. There we go. Lots of options. So Jackie, I rearranged my cards from the order that I pulled them because I started noticing a message here. So I from my Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards, which I just pulled out, I haven't used in a while. And I just love this because the first card is Mabon, and that's what's coming up in a couple weeks. So we got that equinox coming, and it's all about balance. And what jumped out at me from the book is that reflect upon the past. Upset or unhappiness is caused by an imbalance in your life. Eliminate anything or anyone who upsets the equilibrium of your life. Embrace and get to fully know your shadow side. Hold on to the hold on to only the lessons from past hurts. Seize the fruits of your labors. So we're coming to that beautiful season of balance. It's going to be the second to last harvest, and here also for possibly for journaling. If you do journaling, Jackie, and for prompts, it says here what, and here we go. This is very interesting. So pay attention to the seeds that people are putting in there because it says here in the book, what seeds did you plant in your life this year? Have they come to fruition? What do you need to bring in or release in order to move forward? So, looking at this, thinking about what seeds that you can physically plant to help you moving forward, because the next card I got for you is embrace the interior winter. And so, from Mabon, boom, right into the winter months, a time where we all go within self reflection, time to journal, time to dream more, time to meditate, focus on the beauty of our shadow self, and those seeds that you plant have a chance to grow to germinate underneath the ground during the winter. And when this all comes together and comes into spring, no peace. The card I got for you was peace. And for me too, this feels like not just the people that you mother, how you mother other people, take care of people. Make sure that you mother yourself, that you nurture that inner child, and finding the balance going within this winter, focusing on yourself. Just block out all the negativity around you and focus on you, and that'll bring that peace that you're looking for, that you're working towards. So that's what I have for you, Jackie. So, oh, are we talking about music again? Oh, Tears for Fears. Wow, I don't know how Tears for Fears got in there. Scott, I had a blank moment. Okay, I must have missed something.
She was trying to figure out who sung one of those songs from the '80s. and it was sowing the seeds because you were
Sowing the
talking
Seeds of
about
Love by
seeds.
Tears for Fears.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Sowing the seeds of love. Yep. All just hold hands and start singing. That was a beautiful song. And the guys still tour together, so that's wonderful. All righty. Make sure I didn't see. All righty. Okay. So I hope that resonated with you, Jackie. Let me just go through here and on Star so I know who we already read for. So Harley. Harley is next. And Scott, we are at 8 o'clock. Are you okay? You and Nancy?
I'm good. I'm
Okay,
great.
because what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to close questions because I think we have enough to take us to, the half hour. And then that should be perfect.
I'm like the Energizer Bunny.
Yep.
She just keeps going and going and going. So, yep, they are touring. Oh, so many bands I wish I could see from my youth. At least I got to see Stevie Nicks. I'm happy with that.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see Stevie Nicks.
10th row from the stage, Scott.
My daughter took my granddaughter to see Stevie Nicks in Knoxville this season. She, had a tour, and Freya at the time was 8 years old. She just turned 9, but she was absolutely starstruck.
Yeah.
It was her first big concert,
She can't wear the heels anymore. She's got the flats, but she still looks great. Can't hit the same notes anymore, but she's still a presence. She really is. Yeah, you had 10th row state. Yeah. And it was so hard because the people ahead of me all must have won tickets or were people that were part of the press and everything. And they're all reaching out and she's shaking people's hands. I'm like, and I'm looking at the guy, I want to go up there. But it was okay. I was there with a friend of mine and I had my boots on. I had my shawl on. I had my makeup. I looked fabulous. So that was great. Great memories. And for people, if you look at those pictures of Fleetwood Mac when she's wearing that black tall top hat, she bought that at an antique store here in Buffalo during one of their tours at Fleetwood Mac in the 70s.
Wow.
Oh, I'd like to just say something. I was looking at Spiritual Rain said her first concert was Air Supply. My middle child, he
I'm all out of love.
a videographer that was at Harris Casino with the camera. And they put him on stage with Air Supply, and he, the background was black, and he was all dressed in black, and he did the shots of the band and the, as they performed, and he was invisible, because everything was black. And towards the end of the concert, the lead singer went over. I've got a videotape of this, and he went over, and here's David, with the camera and everything. He got up behind David and put his arms around him and just hugged him real tight. And David looked around and just grinned. It was just so sweet, and he said, "Here I was trying to be invisible." But anyhow.
Very cool. Again, music brings us together. Come on, everybody, sing it.
Does.
I'm all out of love. Where's the lighters? Not the phones, but the lighters. Come on, old school. Scott, were you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, Harley. I've got for you the first card is the Strength card, and it's Atlas. And this is interesting because, this is kind of going towards physical strength, but strength is really what is within us. And our kindness, tenderness, gentleness, that is what makes us strong. So just remember that, and remember that you should be getting that in return as well. Okay, and then I've got, I believe this is Mama Rita.
No way. Sorry.
Yeah, the moon. And this is from The Goddess Power by Colette Baron Reed, Heather. And so this is like, do you got her too?
Scott, different deck, same goddess.
Wow.
Just had to
That's
share that.
awesome.
That's why I went, oh, no way. Sorry.
I just thought you hadn't seen her in a long time. I'm like, here she is.
No.
Here you go. But the moon is, for me, shadow work. So I think, Harley, maybe a little bit of shadow work would help you at this time. And you can call in goddesses, you can call in your guides, you can call in whoever to help you and to change your vibes from, low to high, and just go in there to do that shadow work with the moon. So got that. And then I pulled Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. So really love that. So the goddess of compassion. You love the moon. Yep. And then you got the hopeful heart, and exciting surprises coming your way.
Oh, that's
And there
beautiful.
you go.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love that.
So I hope you like your cards, and that's what I got for you.
All righty. Oh my God, this is going to be so
Heather, I
cool.
think you need to go next.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to pull another card for oops. Here, let me do this. I have to pull another card for Harley because I only had two. I was just going like, oh my God. I was, sitting there waiting for that. But let me go ahead. Let me pull one from the Wild Woman so I can complete, because I like doing things at least in threes. So it's just that's are you kidding me? That same card came up again. I guess a lot of us got a lot of work to do during the winter. So, Mama, yeah, here we go. I got Mama Kia again. Um, love how she's in this deck too. Just absolutely beautiful. And there's the moons right behind her, the different moon phases. And before I read the book or look at the book, I'm just going to look at this and saying, Harley, pay attention to how you feel during the moons. I feel like the moon cycles, yes, they affect everybody because of the water in their body and everything. But for me, I think that you're really attuned a lot to the moon, and she wants you to pay attention to the moon cycles and how they feel in your body, especially when you want to do spiritual work, any creative work, when you need to do like shadow work, whatever type of work that you need to do. Feel how your body feels during each of the moons, especially when right now we are going towards the full moon. So right now the moon is waxing, so it's getting stronger, it's getting fuller in the sky. So start paying attention how you feel in at the different positions of the moon, and start jotting them down. Bye, Moira. Thanks for being here. So it just feels like listen to your body, listen to how you work. For me, I'm feeling a lot of it's very spiritual. Your connection to creativity, but spirituality, your spiritual practices. Start looking at the moon and start learning about the moon phases. Next, I got foundation, so that makes sense. Oh, I was going to read the book. Sorry, let me read the book for you on Mama Kia. Um, it's just a little bit here. Um, there's Mama Watson. So reflect and find balance. So there you go. Reflect and find balance. I think by doing that with studying the moon cycles and acknowledging and paying attention to your body and your psyche and your spiritual practices, you're going to get really more in touch with your abilities within your intuition. Everything will really strengthen. It says here, the Incan deity of the moon beckons you to dance with life's cycles. Seize the phases of growth, knowing that the darkness is a sacred space for self reflection and renewal. As you honor the ebb and flow of existence, you will find balance and harmony within yourself and the world around you. And again, we're coming up on Mabon, the equinox. So a good time to reflect, to meditate during the equinox as well. And by studying those cycles and getting grounded and starting paying attention to how your body feels as the moon goes through its cycles, I got the homeland card. And for me, it's like a map. You'll start and be able to map each month, maybe projects or spiritual work or things that you want to do, that's very intuitive and deep within yourself, as you plan them. It's like you're listening to your internal roadmap, so to speak. And it's all about building that foundation. Like think about like the Four of Wands, the building the foundations, the celebrations, self discovery, the map, self discovery. And again, I got the embrace the interior winter. So again, going within, this is the winter time, going within ourselves, meditating, um, planting those seeds. Um, but for me, with the winter, it feels just like, again, shadow work, yes, but the winter, because it's going to be a slower time. And when you start paying attention to the cycles of the moon, to your body, and start being grounded and start working, you will be able to take this time during winter to really go within and start discovering who truly Harley is. And that's the message right there. Um, so that's what I have for you, Harley. It's been a while since I read for you, girl. Blue Moon. Oh no, I got the song in my head. Blue Moon. But I also love Moon Dance by Van Morrison.
Oh, yes.
And Michael Bublé does a nice version too.
Oh, he sure does.
So everyone's talking about music. I love it. It's Scott. You got to in my chat nowadays. It's all about the music. Everyone loves the music. Alrighty. So wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So Moira, let me take Moira off. She had to go. Let me take up Mirella. We just did Harley, and we are 8:12. So let's do Judith. Oh, did you know we were pulling? Oh, you already pulled cards I have for. Okay.
No, I haven't read. I haven't read for Harley.
Oh, you didn't read for Harley. Oh, that's
No.
right, because you made me go next. I'm sorry, Nancy. Sorry, Harley. This is why I like going last.
What I liked about your last
sorry,
card,
Nancy.
Heather, was it showed the reflection of stars. And the first card that I pulled for you, Harley, it has the moon. It's very small, but can you see the reflection of stars in the sea? And what this says is plumbing the depths. And what I see here is there's a little crab there. It's kind of watching what's going on. But the whale, I kind of see the whale as you, Harley, not because of the size of it, but because it's plumbing the depths. And it's the depths of emotion. And I think that you need to embrace your emotions, because our emotions are so important. And it could be that there is something that you're holding on to that possibly you need to release, and check out your emotions, and maybe you can see what it is, because what you have coming your way is transformation. And I love this. Look at the wings. And it says, the struggle is nearly over. Your wings are on their way. Get ready to soar. And I love that for you. This is a message from Gaia. And the final card that I pulled for you is a postcard from Spirit. And this is what it says for you, Harley. Oh my. It says first, dear you. Oh my, things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but no, it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear. Rather, in spite of it, or even because of it, step into the unknown now, let go of the branch you are clinging to, and let Spirit take the wheel and help you steer to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said. Take one step towards the gods, and they will take 10 towards you. We are all doing the destiny cha-cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance. Loving you always. And that's your message from Spirit, Harley.
Wonderful. Sorry again, Nancy. I apologize.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. Everybody's singing, and everyone says your butterfly maiden needs a bikini.
I don't know.
Jackie says it's a very cheeky card.
That's the last thing she's thinking
She's
about.
all natural. She loves the body. It's a temple, and she's not ashamed of it. So that's lovely. So, okay. So now, Judith.
All right, Judith. Let's see. Let's see what we've got for Judith.
Scott, did you already have cards pulled?
No.
Not yet. I'm pulling them right now.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. And Harley said that was beautiful and touching, Nancy. That's cute. And I'm just going to go ahead and put Scott. You're going to put you in there when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
All righty.
So, Judith, what I've got for you, the first card is the Eight of Wands. This is Atalanta, I believe is her name. So this is one of the Greek goddesses, I believe. And basically, the Eight of Wands is fast energy. So I feel like things may be coming in fast for you. And you can surely take care of it, though, and just make sure that you're going a little bit slower and taking your time so you don't get swept up in too much of the energy that may be coming through. So then you got the home card, Hestia.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just to say that home is where the heart is, right? And just treat your home the way that you think that you should, and just be content with what you do, and good things will come. And then I got Dakini, the enlightened feminine. And it says, my gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. So your gut instinct is that, first thing that usually pops into your mind, and it hits you in your heart. So when you feel that, know that that's what the answer is. So that's what I got for you there. And then I've got the divinely connected heart. It says, meet your karma. So a really pretty picture there. And I hope that resonates with you, Judith. That's what I've got.
Righty. Thank you. And we've been joined by Michelle Marie and by Delphi Ross. So hello, people.
Delphi.
And
Jonathan.
And let's see. Judith says, what a beautiful card, Scott. I'm not sure which one she's referring to, but they're all beautiful. I really like those decks that you're breeding. Very nice. So Miss Nancy.
Judith, I have 4 cards for you because 2 came out of the same deck, and I'm going to honor both of them. The first one is the card of these. The first 2 cards are from the Gaia deck, And the first card is rekindle. Rekindle burnt out relationships by igniting them with more love.
Ooh.
So I don't know if there is something that needs to be visited there or not, but the second card that came out is the Phoenix Rising from the same deck. And it says, burn old personal paradigms that are keeping you stuck and rise into the new ones. And I love that for you. Just look at that. That is so powerful. The third one is healing the heart, the power of self-love. And to me, these colors all sort of go together, don't they?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
But I love the healing of the heart and the power of self-love because, it's so important for us to love ourselves. And, sometimes we're so busy loving other people that we sort of, leave ourselves out. And I think that you need to really focus on loving yourself. Then I have a postcard from Spirit for you. And this is what it says, Judith. Dearest you, there are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's shown up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so, so much. And that's from
Wow.
Spirit.
Beautiful. All righty, let me do this. So it's very interesting, Nancy. This is why I like going last because now mine is going to go in with so Judith, I got a card about union. I got the hand fasting card, which is about for in pagan tradition. This is when a man and woman, or well, traditionally man woman, nowadays much more open. I don't know how it was back then, but more traditionally, this is a pagan practice of when two people want to commit to each other. They do for a year, and they do a hand fasting ceremony in front of their loved ones and by typically, I believe, a high priestess. But that's when ribbons are placed around their hands, and they pledge their devotion and their commitment to each other for a year. And then upon the following year, traditionally, if they felt like their time together, was spent and they're done and they were there for together as long as they were meant to be, then they would part and move on, or they would just go ahead and redo the ceremony. So this is about union. And I was looking at this thinking about, well, this could very well be bringing together, balancing, both our male and our female sides coming together with who we are, our reflections, our inner child, and our inner divine feminine self. But Nancy's reading made me think, and I don't know if maybe this is possibly something to do with a relationship. Um, but I did get the harmony card. So I don't know if you are in a relationship that you're working on enhancing harmony or trying to recreate harmony or trying to bring more harmony into a relationship. Um, these are beautiful cards. And I just love those. Again, the stars, the birds she's playing. So there is a harmony to this union. There was a Mother Mary card I also pulled, but I'm not sure, Judith, if this is. I'm feeling, for me personally, Judith, and I could be wrong. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not sure if you're married, Judith, or if you're in a relationship, but I feel like this is a relationship that has been being worked on. That the commitment is being revisited and enhanced, and there's like harmony. I just feels like they're happy that there's, whatever differences or past problems, things are coming together, and there's like a reconnection, a rebonding, and it's more harmonious. Whether this is, I'm for me, I'm feeling that this might be more personal, not necessarily internal, but more with another partner. And from the Mother Mary deck, I pulled Our Lady of the Rose Crown, and I just love the colors in this. And with the Lady of the Rose Crown, now there's like 4 pages for each card, so I wanted to look and say, okay, guide me, Mother Mary, where do you want me to go? And it took me right to this passage right here. Our Lady of the Rose Crown comes to tell you that you have been in preparation, and now the time is fast approaching or already upon you, whereby you are opening to more divine realization. This is a sacred and precious gift and is happening in perfect accordance with your spiritual growth. She asks that you drop preconceived expectations of how this will manifest and simply be present to what is happening within you and your life right now. And that's where it's like end transmission, so to speak. So I hope that resonates, Judith. I hope I wasn't too far off, because when you get a lot of these union cards, for me, it could always reflect not necessarily a physical relationship with another person, but sometimes within our own selves, because our own relationships with ourselves is so important. Um, so I hope that resonated. Relationship with yourself, maybe. Okay, got you. All righty. And everyone talk. I just love everyone chatting. Um, Alrighty, are we still good? We're at 8:27. Um, let's see. We already did Harley. We did Judith.
Yes, Garnet and Audra.
Yeah, we have Garnet and Audra. Scott, are you still good for the last two?
I'm great.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do Audra. And then Garnet, you will be our last reading, and then we'll be done for this evening. And thank you again, everybody. We appreciate you showing up tonight, hanging out with us. And those watching replay, thank you also for taking time out of your day to watch. And we appreciate everybody supporting us in our channels. Thank you for letting us read for you. Garnet is in the UK too. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for staying awake, Garnet. I forgot about that. I'm so sorry. Beautiful. Hmm. Go ahead, Scott.
Hi, Audra. So the first card I pulled for you is the Five of Swords, and I pulled a clarifier too for this because the Five of Swords is kind of like the bullying card, and there's some deceit, that's been going on, or just gossip, or the things that are not needed to be. So it's better just to stay out of this situation. And so I pulled a card to clarify that, and I got Nellie Olson. So there she is, and she is the Three of Pentacles, and that means collaboration with others, It can mean working with crystals, like she seems to be with the crystals down here. So maybe that would help you some. Um, Also, working with others is a good thing for you right now. So keep that in mind. And then you got Mama Kacha. I'm not sure how to say it. Heather might know.
Mama Kosha.
Mama Kosha. All
I
right,
believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
that sounds right. And you got the water card. So I think, Audra, what this means is that your feelings are really deep, and you you know how to control them. So you can see her eyes are almost, blank, because it's like she's so full of spirit and love, and she's so full of emotion, but she's able to control the emotion, which is really important. And then I got Green Tara for you. She's in like almost every one of these decks that I've got. So
Mm-hmm.
this says the Buddha of enlightened action. I guess this is the female version of the Buddha, I believe.
Buddha
And
Vista.
what was that, Heather?
I believe it's Michelle Marie would know how to pronounce it, but I believe Michelle Marie. Correct me if I'm wrong. She's a Bosa Vista. I can never pronounce the names right, so
Buddha
I
Vista.
apologize. But yeah.
It says, my soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. And so trust your heart, trust your gut. And then you got the grieving heart, open doors to something new. So if you've been grieving over something a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, this is for you to take refuge in knowing that it's okay, and for you to start over with something new. And you'll always, have a piece of your heart that needs to regrow. And we take a part of our relationships with us when we go into others. That's just the way life is. But this is just saying that you can definitely mend your heart, and something new is in the works for you. So you can learn those situations that you're carrying with you in your heart. You can learn from them and know what you want, or maybe what you don't want in a new relationship. I don't know if you're with um, someone, but you said your daughter that passed. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, honey.
Yeah, that the grieving heart would definitely be that. And you'll never, grief that has no timeline. And I lost my mom back in 2022, and it feels like yesterday. But I still, I still grieve. So there's nothing wrong with grieving. I know that
Mm-hmm.
it's healing. It's the healing part. So heal your heart and grieve as much as you feel like doing that. So I'm sorry to hear that. Lots of love and light to you.
Yeah.
And that's what I got.
Thank you, Scott. I didn't know that either. Audra, honey, I am so sorry. My condolences to you. Um, okay, that was about okay, Tara. So let me give you over to Nancy.
Hey, Audra. I have three cards for you. The first one from Gaia is, I love this, Wish Upon a Star. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and expect the very best. So, if it's not cloudy where you are tonight, go out and find the brightest star you can see and make that wish, Audra. Because Gaia wants you to do that and make it a good wish. Second card for you, Audra, is the Circle of Eternal Joy. Timelessness, the dance of life. And you mentioned that you had loss in your life, and there's that circle of eternal joy that one day when you ascend, in your time here, your earthly body is over, you will be reunited. I believe that. And this is timelessness, the dance of life. And we're all dancing, and find the joy wherever you can. It's so important, to have that inside of you. And the card that came out, for you, you can't make this up. Uh, Dearest you, this is postcard from Spirit. There are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes the loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break open wide. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that it is you, that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of what you remains. It gets better. We promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love always and forever. And that's your postcard from Spirit, Audra.
Oh, that's beautiful. Um, and Audra said it was a daughter. Daughter. Okay.
Oh,
So okay. So
I'm so
Audra,
sorry.
thank you, Nancy. That was beautiful. I mean, that last card. Oh my goodness. Um, so Audra, hun, I have. I was drawn to pull from the Mother Mary deck, and I have Our Lady of Nourishment. And there's a child at her breast, that beautiful connection and spiritual connection with her child. Um, and here it says, in the physical world, hunger can be painful. It can be very real physical suffering or impoverished bodies. Hunger can also exist as a subtle but just as real, and at another level, just as painful, spiritual poverty that threatens the continuing existence of the human soul. Um, the next card that was the card that was next to it, I don't know how old she was, Audra, but I have this beautiful young lady in abundance. And as I'm looking at the card, she was looking over at the mother and child card. And for me, it feels like this is her giving you flowers. It's about abundance. It's remembering to be grateful for the time that you two had together. That as a mother, you did nourish her. I don't know what the circumstances, Audra, but it just feels like this is a message from her saying that her life was full because of having you being able to nourish her and give her, what she needed. And I was drawn to pull from my mystical moon tarot, and I got the sun card. I got the Leo card, and for me, the sun is about shining light. It feels like sending light. I'm in the light. I'm in the sun. I'm healed. I'm in the garden, like the garden of heaven or the garden of the summerland, whatever you believe is on the other side. Um, and she's acknowledging the beauty of you having you as a mother. And I don't know if she was a Leo, if she had been born under the sign of Leo. Um, Birthday was 7/25. She was a Leo. If I'm correct, 7/25 to, yeah, So there's the Leo. There's the sun. Um, that's what I have. Um, I just think the cards say it all. Audra,
Beautiful.
when she came out, this is her smiling, looking at you, remembering you, being the mother that you were for her, and that she's sending you flowers. So I'm just going to end it there. And
I've
thank
got
you, Agador.
I've got chills. I can feel her presence.
So I was looking at the cards, and then I'm looking at, and I'm like, oh, it just started clicking. So I hope that resonates. And when she said Leo, and then she said her birthday was 7/25, that's Leo. I was going to put that card back too, and I said, no, don't put that card back. But I don't understand it now. I understand it. So no doubting ourselves. And I think too, maybe you feel her around you. Also, when you're in the garden and you see the flowers and you see the bees and the butterflies, kind of think of her. And know that she's with you. It was 7/24 typo. That's still Leo. So, alrighty, my dear, that's what I have for you. And Michelle said, Audra, that's sun in Pushami Nakshatra. I hope I said that right, Michelle. The nourisher and the mother. That's my solar. Oh, so the sun card is also the mother and the nourisher. Okay. She was a special person. I'm sure she was. Oh my goodness.
Audra, I just heard, I love you, Mom.
Oh, she says I feel her a lot. Thank you. So beautiful readings, everybody, tonight. And I saw Kim B came in. Hello, Kim. Thank you for popping in. And we have our last read, Garnet. And again, we thank you all. Oh, she says she's crying. See, this is what I love about my channel with my chat. Our chatters, our subscribers, we support and hold space for one another. And that's why I love doing these shows with readers like Scott, Nancy. You know, like we're able to hold that space for others. And so you're loved, Audra. Know that we're all sending you lots of love and lots of healing hugs towards you. And alrighty, Garnet. Did you have cards already pulled, Scott?
I did. I'm ready to go.
Just to give me a holla, and there you are.
Okay. Hi, Garnet. I'm assuming you are still here. Can you say hi to me real quick so I know that you're here for your reading? Yes, there you are. All right. Thank you. So the first card I pulled from the Mythos Tarot, and I got the Knight of Swords, and which is Aries. And this is a leader, a leader for sure, coming out, taking control of things, and just being a strong and being a leader. Okay, so since this is not a goddess, I wanted to pull a goddess for you. And as a clarifier, so I went to the Intuitive Night Goddess, and guess what I got? I got the Monarch card, which is the Emperor card, which is a leader. So you got two leadership cards here. So I feel like you're going to be, pulled into a leadership role soon where you are in control of things. Look for changes happening as well with the butterflies and just your personal power with the lion or the tiger, excuse me. And yeah, you definitely got some leadership qualities that I know you can take the bull by the horn and be able to figure out what those are. I think there's a change coming for you. This is Shakti and it says transformation. So I feel like there's definitely a change in the works for you that is happening, and it will be a good one. So positivity coming. And then I got this one, and I'm just going to read it to you. I'm going to show you first. It's Teresa of Avila, I think it is. And it says, Our Lady of the Interior Light and or Life, excuse me. And it says, I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. Just believing in that is powerful. So I got that. And then I got the resilient heart for you, Garnet. And I know you've been through some things. It's time to rebuild, is what this card says. It's time for you to, like I said, take the bull by the horns, be the leader in your own life, and start rebuilding what you need to, because you have what it takes to be a leader. Okay, so I think good things are coming in, a change is coming in, and just knowing that the answers are within you, as this card says. The answers are within you.
That's beautiful.
So that's what I got for you, Garnet. I hope that resonates. Thanks for letting me read for you.
Yeah, he said, I try. He says, thank the Lord, and amen.
Yes.
So, and Agador's been sharing too. He agrees. So let me give over to Nancy.
Hey, Garnet. Oh, I heard a key cat.
Yeah.
Garnet, I have 3 cards for you. The first one is the mountain. It says vision and inspiration. And I want you to look at this card. Okay, I don't know if can you see that little house down there? That's where you started. And you see the mountain and the eagle flying towards the mountain. I see the eagle as you, Garnet. You have had a long journey, and you are approaching that mountain. You know, you're getting there. The second card is the card of smoke, and it talks about gratitude. And I think it's very important for you on your journey as you are heading towards that mountain for you to show gratitude through ritual. I don't know if you practice doing rituals, but I think that it's very important. I'm hearing that Spirit wants you to do that. Wants you to draw closer to them, and to when you're having your rituals, whether it's burning incense or grounding yourself with your toes in the grass, to verbally speak to Spirit, to your angels and your guides, to verbally say the words as you do your ritual. And the final card that I have for you is your postcard from Spirit. And this is what it says, Garnet. Dear you, you are in such good shape right now that we're all doing a happy dance. In this moment, you have the power to make a choice to get with Spirit and co-create a miracle. You may wonder where this is all going, but if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now. All power is in the present moment. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts right now? What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is your conscious contact with the divine? Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life all by your small self? Get rid of negative energy now. Resentments be gone. Forgiveness and love enter, please. You can do your life beautifully and create your most powerful future right here, right now, in this moment. Aren't you thrilled to know you have a huge cheering section over here? Love and hugs always, Spirit.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Nancy. And Garnet says, I'm rebuilding ground up. He says, thanks, dear Scott. And he also says, "Bless you, Nancy." It's what I think I need, a ritual. So I believe that's what he's typing. And just really, if you both can see, we're getting a lot of beautiful comments about our readings tonight. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you all being here and joining us. And so let me take this down. And I'm, yes, you did hear a kitty. Want to say hi? Going to do the last reading with mommy. For people who don't know, this is Mozzie. He likes to read sometimes with mama. So Garnet, the first I pulled two cards from the Mother Mary deck for you. And the first card is Our Lady of Resurrection. And look at that beautiful owl that's with her. It's all about messages, yes, but it's about wisdom, being wise. Um, and the wise comes from it feels like you are going through a rebirth. I keep thinking back to that little picture of the house that Nancy had in her card, and you said you're trying to rebuild. And so resurrection is a rebirthing, and we are moving towards the time of year where we honor our ancestors and we start to go through a metamorphosis going into winter. And I feel like this Our Lady of Resurrection, Mother Mary is telling you, you have the wisdom within yourself to know what it is that you need to do to help you through this change, through this transformation. And I just want to read this one little passage here. It says, "Step into the light of my heart now, beloved, and let the darkness go. The time is drawing near for your resurrection and release." So it says, and it also says here, um, let me just read the whole thing for you, Garnet. This is so beautiful, and I think everybody will love this message. "The eternal light dwells in my heart, and as you enter into my heart, held safe in my love for you, that light becomes visible to you. It will show you the way through any darkness and help you understand the purpose of past suffering so that you can let it go and be at peace, free from confusion, shame, and doubt. There is divine purpose within all that is. You have been struggling, and now is a time for rest. Step into the light of my heart now, beloved, and let the darkness go. The time is drawing near for your resurrection and release." And I think that's a really beautiful, powerful, profound message for all of us, especially moving into the winter months when we go within. Your other card from the deck is Our Lady of Charity. And um, you give to others, but make sure you give to yourself as well, Garnet. Make sure that you tend to, and there's children underneath here, and it talks in the book about charity and helping children. And she talks about she calls upon her strongest children. So when um, you need strength, she is there for you because you are there for others. I hope that makes sense. And those children in there too feel like to make sure a reminder to give that inner child of yours the same love and kindness and compassion that you show towards others. And then look at the tree like design here on her dress. And then I'm going to go to my last card for you, Garnet. And it's ancestors and it's remembrance. So this is a card too about the upcoming Samhain season, or like the Day of the Dead, Halloween, All House Eve, Samhain, when we acknowledge and remember our ancestors that have come before us, and at this time also acknowledging your ancestors and asking them to help you, to guide you, um, those especially those in spirit. And yeah, that's the message. This is really powerful. Yes, Louise, honey, you are too late for ring, sweet. I put that into chat. It says questions are closed, sweetheart, but thank you for coming in. So the ancestors feel like they're coming through with this message when you need that extra strength tap into your ancestors, tap into the wisdom of those that are still present with you and those that are in the past. And remember, and I love to look at this light coming up. For me, it could be going, it could be setting, or it could be rising. But again, when the sun set, it still rises. It's like a light of resurrection. So that's what I have for you, Garnet. Thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you for letting us read for you. And the inner child, yes. All righty. So Scott, thank you for joining Nancy and I. Just absolutely beautiful readings. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Scott.
What's
What was
that?
that, Nancy?
I said it's good holding space with you.
Yes, it is.
Yes, with
It
you
is.
too. Thank you.
And we appreciate all the beautiful readings and people in chat, especially the comments after. That means a lot to us.
Oh, the chat's been wonderful. It's been wonderful.
So, all talking about our pets and everything. Yes.
Yes.
So, Scott, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Let's see what is next. I have to get my calendar out to know. Next, I'm going to be on Terry Lee, Psychic Visionaries channel at 8 o'clock on Thursday, the 12th. And then Callie Healer is going to be on my channel the 13th at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Wonderful.
Ooh, very nice. Nancy?
She'll talk about her trip.
Yes.
Oh, she went on a trip? Okay.
Oh, she went to India.
India.
Oh.
Yes.
And she got COVID there, but she's better. She's better.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. It was a great place to be able to heal. And Nancy, besides our thing with Ginger, our show,
Friday the 13th at 6 p.m. Eastern time, I'm doing elementals with Jonathan Daly and Gerald Tarot Stash and Ginger Faye. And then, of course, we've got the Rock and Tarot with Ginger and Heather on Saturday at 7 p.m. And that's something new that Ginger Faye is doing. And we are going to choose for those who came in late, we are going to choose some of our favorite artists and either groups or individual performers and pair it with tarot decks and tarot cards. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be fun.
Sounds fun. Then Nancy's going to get sick of me because then Sunday, Nancy and I are back with Farah from Faraway Tarot. And Nancy and I have a new show called Get Your Craft On. And it's about doing, creating junk journals and all different kinds of creative projects. And Farah is going to be joining us and sharing how she creates. And then Nancy again the following Monday. 3 days in a row, you're going to be sick of me, lady. We're going to be back with the Divine Feminine at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to host. And Bobby, Robert Fierro, Tarot will be here. We'll be talking about Hecate. And there will be a Friday show. We don't have a special guest as of yet. So this may be just Allison and I. We're hoping that Amanda, Tropical Empress and Spirit, will be able to join us this Friday. And then tomorrow, TTT, Tarot Tuesday Talks on Spiritual Range channel, along with Jackie's Crystal Moon. And that'll be all on Spiritual Range channel. So wonderful week for all of us with readings. And so if you didn't get a reading tonight, like Louise, there's plenty of shows that you can pop into and get a reading. And again, we just want to thank everybody for being here and showing us your support. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a great week. And we'll see you again soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.